Fucking, wanna play a game? Let's play a game.
Just here to watch. Look, dude, if you're here, I know who you are. Just here to watch. I know who you are. Are you really gonna do this tonight? Really? Ladies and gentlemen, just here to watch is a PDF elf flunky. So PDF elf Gregory. These guys make fun of anybody with any kind of disability.
Where is the proof that we pick on Gregory? We love Gregory.
And they make fun of people that aren't quite born or they make fun of anybody that struggles in life with anything that that they don't suffer from. That's the type of people we're dealing with here.
Lies, all lies.
So just here to watch is one of those guys, that just wants to make fun of people. They feel better than almost anybody else that has a disability. They would probably make fun of, for instance, a kid with Down syndrome or something like that, or in Gregory's case, he suffers from epilepsy. They make fun of that as well. So great people just here to watch. You're such a great person. You're such a great person. Oh, feel free, keeping swine in line. Yeah, feel free if you want to do that. Yeah. But if you really like to make fun of people, PDF elves, I would suggest their channel to you.
Thanks for the shout out, but why do you always accuse channels that you do not know as being us?
And they obsess themselves with me so much.
Obsessed? We could say that about you, since you are always mentioning us, even though we are never around.
That I always ask him every time I do a live stream, how does the crack of my ass smell today? And by the way, I had a barbecue pulled pork sandwich today, so it should be tangy and a little smoky, my ass.
That's just nasty. Why do you always pick on us about our size?
If you have your nose buried in my ass that deep, that's what you should be smelling right around now. So, yeah, it's pathetic what you guys do. It's pathetic. It really is. I mean,
really? What's pathetic is the fact that you allow a fake veteran in your chat.
I don't understand. I don't understand why you do this. I don't. You forgot what? What did you forget just here to watch? Why don't you be the person that you pretend to be? Why don't you be the person who you pretend to be? I don't know, Honest Abe. I don't know. I don't know.
Would that be the Honest Abe that says he was a Navy veteran? Or maybe it was the one that said he had false enlistment in the military. Or possibly it is the one that you said you used in auditors' channels. Maybe it's the same person with multiple personalities. We do not know.
I don't know why they're obsessed with me. I don't really know. I wish I had an answer for that. I don't know. We had a conversation at one time where I went on their channel because they were trying to make fun of Gregory.
We have never spoke to you, nor have you ever been on our channel.
And I was asking why that was. Actually, it wasn't even that they were making fun of Gregory. They were arguing with him about something. I can't remember exactly what the whole conversation was, but they were arguing with something with him on the channel, and they were calling him some names or whatever. And I saw that they were live one day.
Liar.
So I got on the Poor Dirt Farmers channel and asked why that was, and then somehow it came to be about me, and they asked me why, if I would back my brother up under any type of situation, and I said no. If my brother was a pedophile, I would not back them up. And they thought that was being disloyal to my brother. So I was basically called everything in the book because I would not back my brother up as being a pedophile.
That was not how it went. But please continue telling your lies.
And ever since then, they've been up my ass.
That's just nasty. Why do you always pick on us about our size?
And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't understand why. You know?
Yet you defended several and even allowed a man that claimed to be a veteran in your chat.
I'm a little naive sometimes, maybe, you know. But I knew that as soon as I started doing a YouTube channel, I knew people would not like me for whatever reason. I mean, I could be teaching somebody how to thread a fucking needle on YouTube, and somebody out there would hate me for it. That's what I think, because I don't know that I've done anything other than make fun of the anti-auditing people and whatnot. Other than that, I don't know of anything that I've done that would make somebody so obsessed with me.
Obsessed? We could say that about you, since you are always mentioning us, even though we are never around.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, I don't. It's just weird. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Keeping Swine in Line. I appreciate that. You know, and I had an open panel right here. I mean, they're welcome to come up and talk to me, but they're fucking pussies. You know what I mean? They're pussies. They don't want to talk to me. They don't.
We weren't even there. Did you send us anything that we were invited? No, you did not. You didn't tag us or notify us in any way. But yet, you want to call us names. Also, you can play the victim.
They want to make videos about me. I don't watch their channel anymore. I don't even know if they've made a video about me in a while. But, I mean, I have an open panel right now. I mean, come on up. Talk. Say something. Don't be a pussy. You know what I mean? I'll talk to you. Keep it respectful. Keep it cordial. You know, ask your questions. And you know, maybe you'll find out that I'm not who you think I am, or the bad person that you think I am. You know what I mean? But keep believing what you believe. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know, Cliff. I don't know, man. I do my best to be as open as I can be within the limits of what my family set on me when I made my YouTube channel. And yeah, I am a bit of a pussy when it comes to my family. I believe in honoring what my wife wants me to do as far as that's concerned. So if you want to think that I'm a pussy because of that, then go for it. But I've been married for about 26 years and I'm proud of that. So if that makes me a bad person, then I'm just a bad person.
No, but the fact that you will bully others when you don't get your way, or the way you attack women who disagree with you, or maybe it's the way that you committed a crime in the military, but who knows if it's true, since you lie about everything, then laughed it off as a prank.
I just don't know. I wish I had an answer for that. But I don't. And I try. I am fallible. Like, I have not been the best fucking person in the world in my life. I mean, I try to be as good as I can be, but I don't. I try, but I don't know if somebody could tell me why. Because they've tried to tell me why, but I still don't understand. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. You can put that on your channel, by the way. Maybe I'm stupid. Did I say that clear enough for you? Because I don't understand your mentality. I don't understand it. One reason why I go after Kaiser the way I do, and maybe some of the people that support him, and by the way, PDF Elves support Kaiser. By the way, I forgot to mention that. They are one of his mods, the PDF Elves.
Could you show the proof that we are this mod? That is news to us.
Are one of his mods. And they are the type who would support somebody like him. just to give you an example of who we're talking about. So yeah. Yeah, you got that too. They like being lied to. They like supporting someone who builds their channel off the backs of people who died defending their country and died on behalf of other people. Yeah. Well, Cliff Williams, I had a bit of a bad mentality when I first got out of the military too. I'll admit, when I was in the military, and I'm ashamed to even say this, but I'll tell you straight up. When I was in the military, every civilian that I saw in my mind, because it was just the way we thought, or at least the way the unit that I was in thought, we called civilians, every civilian was a fat civilian puke. That's what we referred to civilians as, pukes. Even though we were there to to defend these pukes, I guess. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I was just a young kid, initially when I was first in, and that's kind of how it was. We did that. I don't know if it was a joke or not. But in my mind, everybody was substandard that was overweight. Everyone was substandard if they were not able to do the things that I was doing. I did have that mentality. Maybe it was because of the type of people that I was around all the time, being people that were tasked with killing other people. Maybe that's the mentality that I had to adopt at the time, to dehumanize people, as it were, other than ourselves. And I am ashamed of that. I don't understand why I was like that. But that's the mentality that I had at the time. Anybody that was slightly different than I was, as far as like the way I was, and I was young and in shape and fucking full of myself, and just like I was the best version of myself that I could be, except for the fact that I was a fucking asshole. I mean, I was. I'll admit it. I was an asshole. And but I think it was also part of the survival instinct that I had to survive amongst other guys that were of the warrior class, I call them, that have this hardcore, no bullshit type mentality that they just do that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, you know how it is, Cliff. I mean, I'll give you an example of one thing that we did that I still to this day beat myself up for. We had a brand new private that came into our unit. Very nice guy, by the way. Very nice guy from Kentucky. He reminded me, the way he talked, he sounded like Gomer Pyle to me. We called him Bing-a-Dink because somebody said that the sound of a banjo was Bing-a-Dink, dink, 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 Bing-a-Dink, dink, dink. So he said that every time Bing-a-Dink would talk, that's all he heard coming out of his mouth. And but Bingadink, or I don't want to use his real name, but he ended up loving that last name, by the way, that nickname. It eventually grew on us, and he eventually became one of us, and we loved him just like we loved everybody else, or hated everybody else, depending on who you were. And Bingadink, we discovered, could not swim and was deathly afraid of the water. Obviously, that's probably why he didn't join the Navy. And we got into his room in the barracks. We hogtied him, blindfolded him at night, in the middle of the night. It might have been like, I don't know, 3 a.m, something like that, 2 or 3 a.m. And we're on the island of Hawaii, so we're surrounded by ocean water. And we threw him in the back of a guy's privately owned pickup truck, POV, privately owned vehicle. And we drove him around for like 15 minutes, hogtied in the back of this truck, telling him that we're going to throw him in the fucking ocean and teach him how to swim our way. And we had this area, this mud puddle that was always there, was only like 2 inches deep, even less than that probably. And we took him out to that mud puddle, telling him that we were near the ocean. And we dropped him in the fucking mud puddle after dipping his feet in it a few times, telling him that we were going to throw him in the ocean. And that's the kind of things, that's the kind of hazing that we did in our unit.
So it's okay for you to engage in mental hazing since it was a long time ago and you didn't get caught? That was a violation of service policy, and you should have and still could receive an Article 92, and in our opinion, you should be charged with harassment or cruelty and mistreatment.
I got off lucky when I was a brand new private. I actually, some of you veterans will have a good laugh at this. I was told that I had fire watch my very first night in my unit, fire guard. Yeah, and everybody knows that fire guard's not a thing at an actual unit. So
Did you just say fire watch isn't an actual thing? Did you just really admit to not doing guard duty? Or maybe you really are this fake veteran honest Abe that you protect in chats.
I fucking, well, diabetes clown, and I know that you're one of PDF elves again.
Thanks for the shout out, but why do you always accuse channels that you do not know as being us?
See, you know, you guys are so stupid. You guys are idiots. You're just fucking idiots. And by the way, yeah, it was torture. You're right about that. And we were weird for doing that. I agree with you on that. But you know what? It was at the time. That's the kind of thing that happened. I mean, I'm not saying that it was good. I'm not saying that I'm proud of it. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to give people an idea of what it was like when I first went into the military and how some people were treated. And it was at my own hands sometimes. You know. Well, I mean, look, I'm just telling you, that's just what happened. I'm not the same person I was back then.
Liar.
I'm not.
Liar.
I don't think that is right by any stretch. I don't believe anybody should do that kind of thing. I think that I was a terrible person for doing it.
Liar.
I'm not proud of it.
Liar.
I wish I could go back and change it, but I can't.
Liar.
And I'm sorry that I did it.
Liar.
And I've had conversations with Bing and Ink afterwards about this, and he's forgiven me for it.
Liar.
For it, and that's all I can do. You know, that's all I can do. You know, he's forgiven me for it, so we're good. And I apologize for what I did, and I'm not proud of it. I wish I would have never done it. That is so far beyond what I believe now.
Liar.
It's crazy. I'm completely different than I was at that time.
Liar.
I was probably, I think at that point in time, I might have been like 20 years old at the time. I was probably about 20 years old at the time when we did that. Well, diabetes clown, you know, the fact that you're calling me a diabetes clown, because I know that you know that I have diabetes, and you're calling me a clown because I don't know why. I don't know why you're calling me a clown. But, you know, the very fact that you're saying, making fun of the fact that I have diabetes, which is a very serious thing, which is affecting my health and everything, I think that speaks volumes. You know what I mean? So you pick up like on things like diabetes, for instance. I almost died of diabetes about 2 years ago. My blood sugar was over 1,000, and that's how I found out that I had diabetes. I spent a week in the ICU because of it, and I almost died because of diabetes. But if you think that's funny and you think that's a joke, then go for it, man. I don't know why. I don't know why people like you think the way you think.
Liar.
I just don't. You know, you can make fun of me all you want, but I know exactly who I am. I know what I believe myself to be better than someone who makes fun of a young guy who's just trying to be good on the internet. Gregory has, in my opinion, a very pure heart, very good guy, and I don't know why you guys go after him so much. I really don't. Come up on the panel, man. We'll talk. Let's talk. You want to talk? We'll talk. You wanna make fun of this kind of thing? I don't have a problem talking with you, man. I'm not even angry at you. I'm just disappointed that we have people out there in this world that want to hurt people just based on things that are wrong with them. I mean, why would you make fun of somebody that has brain damage like Gregory has? I don't know. I don't know. Why would you do that? Is it because he rejected you guys? Because he didn't want to talk to you guys anymore? Is that it? Is that why you're so mad? I don't know why you're mad at him. I really don't. I wish I did know, but I don't. Let me know. If you're going to be backstage and you want to come up, I'll talk to you. But of course, I think he'll probably, well, then if you're not, then you're not. But you said diabetes clown. So what does diabetes clown mean then? But you're making fun of Gregory. You make fun of Gregory. You've made fun of Gregory all the time. You've done that. If you're who I think you are.
Why do you always accuse channels that you do not know as being us?
You know? Why is that?
Why do you always accuse channels that you do not know as being us?
Let me know. Why is that? Can you tell me why that is? I would like to know. I don't know what's happening, Diabetes Clown, but I believe that you're one of PDF elves as well.
Why do you always accuse channels that you do not know as being us?
What I believe. If you're not, then you're good. But you came on here named Diabetes Clown, and we just had a guy that was trolling me from that side of the tracks, and with your name, Diabetes Clown, that would be not too far from what they would say. So I just based it. If it was a mistake, I apologize for that as well. But some of the questions that you asked me are the same as what a PDF elf would ask me.
Liar. We have never spoke to you.
Right? And if you are in my chat and you're a PDF elf, come on up, man. We'll talk. We'll chit chat.
We weren't even there.
We'll chit chat.
Liar.